Hello friends, my name is RagePanda1, and today I have a public service announcement. Every year, in the land of Lithas, there are millions of pieces of equipment that go totally unevolved. So if you're like a lot of people, you're gonna come into this screen and you're gonna say, oh, there's red dots, look at them's. Look at them's red dots there, we better do something about that. Whoa, bam, I have hit quick equip, that's all I need to do. Well, unfortunately, that's not all you need to do, and I'm sure that a lot of you get the little quest in the corner. Okay, I just did like 100 of these quests and did not get one, so maybe I'm past the point where I get the little questy-doos that tell me to level up my equipment. But I assure you that you will find some, and then you'll probably come in here and you'll go look at your equipment and you'll say, okay, well this thing's level 1, we're gonna enhance this one. And you'll select a couple of greens to chuck in there and you'll go, alright, that's good. That's as far as we need to go with that. But when we look at what we're actually getting here, we're getting Constitution. And we're getting Strength. And this is just the helmet that we're looking at. If we look at the chest, we're getting Constitution, Hit Rating, and Fortitude. These boots, Constitution, Strength, and Hit. And of course, our weapon, we are getting some hit rating, strength, and quite a lot of fortitude. And if we want our stats to be even higher still, we're going to try our best to get red equipment. Now this piece of red equipment for my mage weapon is giving me almost 9,000 strength and 12% crit chance. That is a big deal. Of course, we can see at the top that this levels up all the way to 25. Although getting levels past 10 is pretty resource intensive. I still think it's worth doing, and you should be trying to do it, but it is very resource intensive. So one of the ways that you can upgrade those pieces of gear is by feeding in lower level pieces of gear, and probably the best way to be getting those is to be hitting your collect button every time it's all full up, and you can see that takes 8 hours for the thing to fill up, which you want to be hitting every hour anyway to try to get a prisoner. The other way to level those up is to use these little iron tokens, or gold tokens, and those are just the same thing, they're just experience. So if we want to have a look at how important our red equipment actually is, we can take a look at some level 1 versus level 1 comparisons. So we can take a look at this dagger for our Rouge and Marksman class, and we see that we are getting 63, 61, and 22, 35 for level 1, or if we're Mythic, we're getting 90, 88, and 62, 41. That is a huge percentage of increase, especially in terms of the strength. So getting red equipment is very, very valuable, and that's exactly why I didn't do the Guild versus Guild Valley of Conquerors, because I wanted to get my red equipment from doing the regular one, and that is the best way that you're going to find to get red equipment is by winning in Valley of Conquerors, or at least participating. I believe you always get one just for participating, but don't be a scumbag and get in there and not do anything. Ain't nobody got time for people like that. Be a contributing member of society. Alternatively, I am currently in Chapter 18 of the campaign, and now when I look at my Senate issues, we can see a little red icon there. A little mythic equipment icon, you know? A little, oh, you want this, you should click on this. Oh, look at that, that's pretty neat. But it's a little bit of a bamboozle, because if I click on this, oh look, I got the Giannis Praise. Well, let's go find that, shall we? I already know what it is. It's a freaking purple, but the symbol was red. Dost thou deceive me? And the fact of the matter is that when you click on those buttons on the Senate issues to get your higher level gear, it is a gamble and you are gambling. And I am going to do a little bit of gambling for you to see how many times I got to click that to actually get a red equipment. I've already done 5 with no results, just a pure bunch of disappointment, but I'm going to do up to 30 more. For you, the viewer, vote for me, because the other guy's a piece of garbage. Don't you get sick of those ads? I don't care who's making the ad. If they say, the other guy is a huge piece of garbage and I don't need to say anything about myself or what I do, I instantly don't like the person. Just saying. That is totally nonpartisan. Just if you're that kind of person, I don't like you. We don't need any talking people around here. Get your life together. Okay, I've done 12 more in here and I think I may have gotten one. I did. I got some boots. That took me 17 Senate issues to get my first one, and unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I'm all stocked up on these boots and I don't have anybody else that needs them. Little tip when you're doing this, at least at my level, I know that if I see the prefix of Mars, Diana, or Giannis, that it is a purple. Those are always the same identifier for those, so that makes it a little easier for me to click through. So when I see Educator Sting, then that tells me probably something a little bit better. And for this one, it actually was. I got another Mythic equipment, and that was actually pretty quick. Pretty soon. I did like 3 more after that. I'm a little impressed with that. After 9 more, I got myself a nice little piece of armor here. Now I think I actually needed this piece of armor, so that is super cool. We like that. All right, so your results may vary, but I did 35 of those Senate issues. Again, I'm on chapter 1838, and out of those 35 Senate issues that I did, I got 3. So maybe it's like a 1 in 10 situation, and then I got a little unlucky, or maybe it's even worse than that, and I got lucky. Still, this is not really something I would recommend doing because getting your districts leveled up is going to be way more of an issue. Everything that I've heard from people who are in the upper echelon who've been playing since the beginning, getting your actual gold is the hardest thing to do, so getting more bread so you can get more gold in the long run is probably still better, and you just suffer through and get the equipment that you get. So that's my recommendation. I don't exactly have scientific evidence to bust that down for you. I'm just thinking about it logically and telling you what I believe. So then, we did get ourselves a nice red equipment for this lady, and you can see that she's already got an orange equipment, little banana colored one, little lemon flavored chest piece over here, you know? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw that in the garbage, and one way we can do that is just by hitting quick equip, skadoosh, but we don't want to leave all this stuff level 1, and we're gonna go to town with that. One of the best parts about this game is that you can see the level on the equipment. I got some random purple boots here that are level 5. If I put those in, wouldn't you know it, I'm gonna be level 5 and a little bit, but I don't need these other level 5. What are those doing here? Get them out of here! In fact, every single character that I have is now either using red or orange equipment, so I need to get rid of everything else. There's no point. I'm just sitting here on a whole stack of all this green, blue, and purple stuff, and I need to just eliminate them. And since I've gone so far without needing to upgrade a piece of equipment at all, I'm going to literally eliminate all of them, but it's probably not going to get me as far as you think. And one thing that I like to do when I get my little bar pretty close here is I will hit the quick select button, and when I do that, it's going to fill it up as close as it can or exactly up to the next level with these little coins here. So that's a pretty nice way to not waste any extra, because if you have extra experience past your level, it does nothing for you until you complete that next level. So as you can see, we're going to get about a 30% increase to all of our stats here, and that is a big deal because any multipliers that you have are going to affect these stats after they're added, okay? So if you have 40% strength from Brutal, and you're getting however percent strength from your Lionstone, whatever level she is, all that stuff is going to add in, and these numbers that don't look super huge are actually going to make a much bigger impact. Maybe this going up to a level 10 mythic weapon instead of having a level 1 orange weapon, it looks like it's only like, I don't know, 6,000 more strength, but when you're actually doing your special abilities, especially if you're using that female Lionstone, you may as well have 30,000 or more strength difference. It's going to really make a huge change for you in the numbers that you're seeing in combat. And you'll see also that it does kind of cost a little bit of gold here, but when you're at this point in the game that I'm at, 76,000 isn't really that much. I can get that in a minute, so it's pretty negligible and we shouldn't worry about it. I spent not that many pieces to get my chest piece level 7. I used 3 purple level 3s and then a handful of other ones. To get this other weapon to level 10, it took just about everything that I had. Everything except for the purples. So it's a little bit expensive when you start getting into that range, but you literally don't need your blue, green, purple stuff, and these coins are only used for this, so you shouldn't really need to sit on them and just save them for something else. So we're just gonna, we're just gonna drop it like it's hot. Do kids still say that? Probably not. People didn't really even say that when I was growing up. Wow. That was almost perfect. We have exactly one dress left. And then of course we have a ton of these coins left, and realistically I should also be spending those. And the great thing is that even though this is just an orange or yellow, I mean it's supposed to be orange, but this really looks yellow to me. I would call this yellow. So we're gonna keep it pretty simple here. I can see that I have this level 6 that I just replaced on this person, and I have this level 1 that I have 4 of, that are basically the same piece of gear. There's really no reason for me to hold on to this level 6 version if I'm not currently using it. And I know that all of the other hunter type people that I want to use and assassins already have a piece of equipment on them that is at least of the legendary quality. Therefore, I know that I can just go ahead and chuck this in there and we'll be happy about it. And I can do a couple of quick selects here if I want to get this leveled up. Now, I usually only go to level 10 for my account right now on Mythic gear because it's so much more expensive, and I like to keep a little bit of resources open in case I get a piece of Mythic gear that I want to be leveling up. If this has inspired you in any way to get off of your tuchus and do a little work on your equipment here, then hey, why don't you drop me a like, because I'd appreciate that, and you must have appreciated the video if it inspired you in some way. So just keep in mind, when you find yourself in a vicious cockfight, you're gonna wish that you had actually leveled up your equipment, let me tell you that. And spoiler alert, the same thing is true for vigor levels, which I will be addressing soon, because the best time to do that is during the marriage challenge. I don't know if that's going to be in a video or if I'll just mention that it's completed, but you know, if you want to see a whole video on it, then holla at your boy. So let's just pop in and see if that was all it took for me to get through the level that I have been stuck on. All I did was upgrade the equipment on one person. This video is coming to you from a recommendation from Shane Wilson in the YouTube comments, so thanks Shane for the idea. Wow, that was close. But sometimes all you need is that little bit of a boost to get on through to the other side, and hopefully the next levels will be a little bit easier. So there you have it. I want to thank you for watching. I have been RagePanda1, and I will see you in the next one.